This is Emily Ensing, and here's my presentation on Anselm Kiefer. Anselm Kiefer is a German painter and sculptor. He was born in March 1945, the same year World War II ended. One of his pieces, Winter Landscape, made with watercolor, gouache, and graphite on pencil, comments on Germany's complicated history. He creates a bleak, cold winter with bare trees and snow. The injured woman shedding blood over the landscape creates a vision for Germany's bloodied history that stained the country and its people. I think the use of watercolor is relevant for Kiefer within this piece because it creates soft lines and a fluidity that oil would not have provided. It gives a somber feeling with his use of dull colors, but the bright red blood really pops against these duller colors. The woman is not very detailed, but she fits with the piece. She almost blends into the landscape, revealing her closeness to the country, but also her effect on it as well. Another one of his pieces, The Orders of the Night, created in 1996, uses emulsion, acrylic, and shellac on canvas. He portrays himself lying on the dry, barren ground, seemingly dead. With these materials, he creates thick layers and texture on the canvas. The tall black sunflowers tower over Kiefer, and they give a much darker feeling than the usual bright yellow sunflowers. The thick layers, along with the dark dull browns, yellows, and blacks, create a dry, cracked, and heavy look and feeling. This painting of himself, he reveals who he is through his use of colors, texture, and symbolism. Fugit Amour, made out of glass, metal, eggshell, nest, and dried leaves, also means fled love. The sculpture shows a suspended machine picking up and taking away a small egg from its nest. The egg, which in many cultures symbolizes the beginning of life, newness, and youth, is being taken from its home, the nest. Because Kiefer is often inspired by Germany and its history, I would depict this sculpture as being related to that. The egg, or Germany's pride, nationality, and innocence, is being taken from its natural home, the nest, and is not being given a chance for rebirth. Germany is struggling from recovering from the war, and its citizens and the surrounding countries were greatly affected by it. Kiefer was greatly affected by Germany's condition after the war, and he provides symbolism inspired by Germany's issues and history. I find Kiefer's way of addressing these issues and the way he depicts them to be the most interesting thing about his work. He not only uses color as a way of expression, but he also uses his materials. He uses either light, watercolor to portray delicacy and sadness, or he uses heavy, layered materials like acrylic to show a dry, cracked, and dark feeling. His symbolism within Fugit Amour is also very unique, and I really appreciate all his contemporary art.